Hello students. So today our topic is DNA replication. The first step of DNA replication is unwinding of DNA helix. So for unwinding of the DNA helix, you want a set of enzymes. So the set of the enzyme which you want, first is your helicase. Helicase is the one which will help in unwinding the DNA. The double strand of DNA is unwound with the help of an enzyme helicase. The second enzyme which we want is a single strand binding protein. Means they will try to maintain the DNA single strand condition. So single strand binding protein. Either you use SSBP or you can use HD protein. HD protein means they are helping in maintaining the helix in the single strand only. So we say they are helix destabilizing protein. And the third protein which we want means third enzymes is topoisomerase, which will help to release the tension. They release the tension. Now see here, this is the DNA and unwinding is done from the Ori site. So Ori site is the site from where the origin, it is a site from where the replication start. It is also known as origin of replication. So replication will start from the Ori site. Let us assume this is the Ori site here. This is your Ori site. Then see what the helicase will do. This is the helicase enzyme. I'm using the green color for helicase enzyme. Will come and bind it and will try to open the double strand helix, which will open in this form. Because of the helicase, it is getting unwound. So this is your helicase, which is here. Now after this helicase, you want that these the single strand which are made, they should remain single strand only. So you're using SSBP protein, means single strand binding protein. So these are your SSBP. And to release the tension, you are using the topoisomerase. It's just only a diagrammatic representation to make you learn. So these are the topoisomerase enzymes which are helping to release the tension so that the replication can occur ease. Second step of the DNA replication is activation of deoxyribonucleotides. You have to activate them. So for activation, see here, all these are your monophosphate. So this is deoxyadenosine monophosphate is nothing, actually it's a nucleotide. Same deoxyguanosine monophosphate, deoxycytidine monophosphate, and deoxythymidine monophosphate. So first of all, we are activating them. We are adding the ATP with the help of an enzyme phosphorylase. As a result, all your monophosphates are changing into triphosphate. So they are becoming into a nucleoside triphosphate. So we say deoxyribonucleoside triphosphate are made. So all these are your deoxyribonucleoside triphosphate which are prepared after doing activation. So now see, this is very important line of NCERT. Deoxyribonucleoside triphosphate, they are serving dual role. They are not only working as substrate, but they also provide energy for polymerization because they are having two terminal phosphate which will help in making the diester bonds. This is very, very important line of NCERT. Third step is formation of RNA primer. And for formation of RNA primer, you want the help of enzyme primase. Now question is asked, why do we want RNA primer during DNA replication? Now see here, this is your DNA which is making a Y-shaped replication fork with its 3' running to 5' and another is running from 5' to 3'. Because in the previous videos we have already discussed that two strands of DNA, they are anti-parallel. Now see, DNA replication is done with the help of an enzyme DNA polymerase. So DNA dependent DNA polymerase can do polymerization only from 5' to 3'. So DNA dependent DNA polymerase So DNA dependent DNA polymerase can do polymerization only from 5' to 3' of new. You have to please learn this way. It is able to do polymerization from 5' to 3' of new strand. Now, who will help us to know which is new strand? So as a result for this, a short RNA primer is attached at the 5th end of new. Now see, if you know this is the 3', so if you know here new 5' will come. This is 5', it means here new 3' will come. So RNA primer is coming at the 5th end of new. In this case, if now see here, if this is only the segment which is opened, if we are analyzing it, this is 5', then this is 3'. It means new 5' is coming inside. So RNA primer is found here. So RNA primer is giving an idea which is the 5th end of new, so that the DNA polymerase can do polymerization. During elongation, you know we want an enzyme that is DNA dependent DNA polymerase. See, this is the DNA which is running from 3' to 5' and another is running from 5' to 3'. And your new RNA primer is attached at the 5th end of new. I hope this much diagram is clear to you. Now DNA dependent DNA polymerase will do polymerization by using deoxyribonucleoside triphosphate. So this is the way how the elongation is going on. See this direction carefully, and this is the way how the polymerization is done. After this much work is over, then the DNA will open further. See here, check carefully. DNA is opening further. If you know, in the first time, they have done this much work. In the first opening, this much work was done. When they have reached to the tip, then they again open. Again, the see here, single stranded are created. Now this DNA polymerase will move further. But this side, the problem is coming because of the antipolarity. So as a result, again RNA primer is coming at the 5th end of new, and again DNA polymerase is going and doing the polymerization. Check once again the diagram. See here, this was your first time RNA primer. First time RNA primer, second time RNA primer. First time work, this much was done. Second time, this much is done. Here also first time this much is done. Second time this much is done. Now it is able to see single strand, it can move faster. But again here problem is coming. Again here RNA primer has to attach so that again they can start their work. So as a result, if you see carefully, this strand, this parent, this template, the parent is known as template, will be able to produce continuous strand or not. So it is able to do continuous replication. Means it is able to produce leading strand. But this side template, this template cannot do continuous replication. So it is doing discontinuous replication. And it is not producing leading strand. Then which type of strand we will say? It is producing lagging strand. Now what are these species then known as? See the diagram. These pieces, individual pieces are known as Okazaki fragment. So we can say template, parent is known as template strand. The template which runs from 3 dash to 5 dash. You have to take always the direction from the one side only. I am taking the direction from the topmost upper side. Is doing continuous replication and producing leading strand. Whereas the template which runs from 5 dash to 3 dash is doing discontinuous replication. And as a result produce lagging strand. Because on the one strand it is doing continuous replication, on another strand it is doing discontinuous replication. Please focus it carefully. So we will say DNA replication is semi-discontinuous. We call the DNA replication is semi-discontinuous. I hope this is clear why we call the DNA replication is semi-discontinuous, because on the one strand it is doing continuous and on another strand it is doing discontinuous replication. Now see here, check the board very carefully. After when we are finding the strand is being replicated, then see here, DNA polymerase is removing RNA primer. Check carefully, I am removing the RNA primer. Red color is going, check. And it is doing the synthesis further. Now the end are sealed with the help of DNA ligase. This is the one which is coming and sealing the ends. Once again, check it carefully. This is the way I'm removing the RNA primer. RNA primer is being removed and DNA polymerase is moving further and end are sealed with the help of DNA ligase. Check the board very carefully. DNA ligase. And finally, we are finding, if you see my diagram carefully, you will find this side will never be replicated. This is left out. Even this side is also left out. Because after removing RNA primer, these areas will not be done the work. If you want to do the work, we have to take the help of enzyme that is known as telomerase, which is we'll be discussing further, but in this video it is not required. So I'm just telling you, here at the end only these pieces are left out where we have removed the RNA primer at the ends. Now if you see, this is your one daughter DNA prepared. This is your one daughter DNA. Check the board carefully. This is your one daughter DNA, and if you see in this diagram, one daughter DNA is having this strand. Black color is your parental strand, and this one is the one which they have made it. This is new strand is synthesized. So it means each daughter is able to save only half of their parent. Each daughter's strand is able to save only half of their parents. So we say DNA replication is semi-conservative. Why we say semi-conservative? Because each daughter DNA, this is your daughter DNA. Clear? This daughter DNA is able to save only 50% of their parent, and 50% they have to make new. So if you see the diagram, final diagram, of these two daughter DNA, you will find initially the parent was this way color. See the board carefully. And later on we are finding that only 50% they are able to save of their parent and 50% they have to make on their own. So we say DNA replication is semi-conservative. I hope the two terms are clear to you when you are using the semi-conservative and when we are using the semi-discontinuous. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel.